A very good evening to you. It's 9:29, half an hour later tonight. Thank you for that. But normal service now, and I've just been compiling an extra round as well, just in a couple of minutes whilst we're waiting to get going as well. It's 9:30. Hope you've all enjoyed the sunshine. Hope you've all stayed alert, of course. But welcome to the Sunday night pen and paper quiz with me, Chris. I'll just get the central there. I've got a whiskey at the ready. I've got a cup of tea, and I've got a bun as well. So I've got plenty to be getting at. Have you all got your snacks, your bar snacks, and your drinks? I'll give you a couple of minutes to get pen and paper. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. You are able to chat on both tonight. YouTube chat is definitely working, and there's at least a few watching on YouTube and there's a few watching on Facebook. So again, thank you. I know we're a bit late tonight, but I hope you enjoy the rounds. There's plenty to go at, and we'll mark once again halfway through, and then we'll do the rest, and we'll get through in the next hour or so. Hope you're all okay. Don't forget, you can also get in touch as well as YouTube and Facebook chat. You can email at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk, and you can sign up for the quiz if you haven't already from July. Not £10 for 4 weeks now, but £10 a month. Even better value now, thanks to a new arrangement that hopefully we'll have with Quizbit. So £10 a month. You can email if you're interested, like lots have already, at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. So I'll give you one more minute, then we will get going. It is episode 7 of the Pen and Paper Quiz. Don't forget, we're here on Wednesday night as well for our smartphone quiz, which will be week 11. Week 11. Can you believe it? It will. So if we're all ready to play, Anne-Marie says, has her indoors been cutting your hair? Very observant, Anne-Marie. Yes, she has. Matalan, she saw some clippers just near the till, and they were 15 quid. And she did mine, she did Eric's, she did Arthur's. I tell you what, she did a good job. It's very. Why do I need to go to a barber's again? So I tell you, if you want to come and get your hair cut, Eric and Preston, you have to socially distant come over to Bradford. Rachel, you have to start charging for cuts, won't you? Dave says, "Are we on, Chris?" Yes, we are, Dave. Richard Ryan says, "Hello to you, Richard. Can everyone hear me?" I think you can. Hopefully, you can all hear me. Good job. Can I come? Yeah, of course you can. Come and queue up for your hair, Rachel. Yeah, there you go. Amanda says she used to do Chrissy's hair as well. There you go. There's a job in it, I'm sure. Right. So round number 1 is food and drink this week. Okay. So food and drink. I'm expecting high scores tonight. So good luck all. Question number 1. Here we go. In which country is the Staropramen Brewery? So in which country is the Staropramen Brewery? That is your first one in round 1, food and drink. Okay. Have a think, put an answer down. We'll mark probably after round 3, something like that tonight, and then we'll do the rest of the quiz. So which country is the Staropramen Brewery from? All right. Number 2. From which type of flour does a vanilla pod come from? So from which type of flour does a vanilla pod come from? All right. From which type of flour does a vanilla pod come from? If you just joined in late as well, let me know if you miss any of the questions. My mum's give us a thumbs up, so hello if you're watching in Astley. You can email if you haven't got YouTube and Facebook at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. Question number 3. Which salad vegetable has varieties named white icicle, sparkler, and cherry bell? So which salad vegetable has varieties named white icicle, sparkler, and cherry bell? That is your third question in food and drink. Put an answer down. Get one down. Speaking order of the rounds, don't mind me. I can do that, you see. I can change the order of things. I can put captions up and stuff. Right. So Question number 4. Which mineral water has been marketed with the slogan "Live Young"? So question number 4. Which mineral water has been marketed with the slogan "Live Young"? That is number 4 in this food and drink round. Dave says he's going to whop the Warriors tonight. We've also got Chris who says hello from me and him. Hello, me and him. Back for more. That's what we like. Lots of messages coming through on the old YouTube. So that was number 4. Which mineral water has been marketed with the slogan "Live Young"? Number 5 for you now. Claret is a dry red wine produced in which region of France? So Claret is a dry red wine produced in which region of France? That is number 5 in this first round. Still warm out there tonight, isn't it? Still warm, and it's meant to be really warm tomorrow. So make sure you put your sun cream on tomorrow. I think it's going to cool off after Monday, but forecast is very, very warm for tomorrow again. Question number 6. How many standard 750 milliliter bottles of wine would you fit into a Methuselah? So how many standard 750 milliliter bottles of wine would you fit into a Methuselah? Remember, don't Google just for fun. How many standard 750 milliliter bottles of wine would you fit into a Methuselah? Cheers, all. Enjoy your evening. Not bad. Merry Christmas, one and all. Okay. Question number 7. In a carpet bag steak, what are placed into a pocket cut into the meat? So in a carpet bag steak, what are placed into a pocket cut into the meat? That is number 7 in this first round. And if you haven't already, have a look at the YouTube channel. You'll see Chris and Eric's sport podcast that premiered on Friday. And the idea is we tell you about all the sport that's kicking off again after lockdown. So have a look after this if you get a chance. Eric enjoyed doing it. I think we're doing another one on Friday. Number 8. What is the national dish of Hungary? So number 8. What is the national dish of Hungary? Let us know your team names as well. Get on the old chat what your team name is going to be called tonight. We've got a lot of the regulars in, which is great to see. As well as YouTube and Facebook. You can also email if you wish at chrisebenson@hotmail.co.uk. Right. Number 9. Scrag end is the name for a cut of which type of meat? So scrag end is the name for a cut of which type of meat? All right, that is number 9. That's number 9. One more to go in the food and drink round. And of course, you can still donate to this week's charity, the Derby Milner MND Foundation at justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night 10. Thank you to everyone who donated on Wednesday. We did really, really well with that. So, right, let's have a look. Next question. Question 10. Which came first, McDonald's or KFC? So which came first, McDonald's or KFC? All right. Which came first, McDonald's or KFC? That is your last one in the food and drink round. Oh. The next round might need a bit more thought. But you'll be fine. Because the next round is... I've just compiled it by request because last week my wife Rachel said, do you know what you need? You need an anagram round of biscuits. So here are your first 2 biscuits. There you go. There are 2. I've just typed them up. So there are 2 biscuits there. There's your first 2. Crude Rat Scam and Edge Dim Major. These are all brands, if you like, all types of biscuits. There you go. Crude rat scam, edge dim major. There's your first two anagrams, and they are biscuits. There you go, Rachel. If you're watching, by request, you've got them. Only literally done a couple of minutes before we went on air as well. So crude rat scam and edge dim major. Okay. Crude rat scam, edge dim major. Shall I give you your next two? Your next two biscuits are Devise Git and Rug in Gents. So Devise Git and Rug in Gents. Which two biscuits are those? Okay, anagrams on biscuits. It was asked for, so I did it. Devise Git and Rug in Gents. Devise Git and Rug in Gents. The next one. Your next two biscuits. Touch or Clean Boob and Kill Mad Met. So there are two biscuits there to find. So obviously the first line is all one biscuit. Your second one is all one biscuit. So touch or clean boob and kill Mad Met. So touch or clean boob and kill Mad Met. So that's number 5 and 6 in this round, all right? Seven and 8, Wine Shibboleth and Interphalon. So Wine Shibboleth and Interphalon. There's your 7 and 8 in your anagrams of biscuits. I will put them on the screen again, don't worry. So Wine Shibboleth and Interphalon. And your final ones are Aged to Choicest Evil and On Grim Offence. Aged to Choicest Evil, On Grim Offence. All right. Aged to Choicest Evil and On Grim Offence. So I will put them back up from the top. So your first two were Crude Rat Scam and Edge Dim Major. Okay. Your second two were Devise Git and Rug in Gents. All biscuits, remember. Your next two were Touch or Clean Boob and Kill Mad Met. Your next two were Wine Shibboleth and Interphalon. And Age to Choicest Evil and On Grim Offence. I'll put them on one more time after we've done the next round. How does that sound for a plan? So that is the end of the anagrams round. But we'll move on to round 3 now, which is animated characters. So I'm going to give you 3 characters from an animated film. Can you name the film? Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 characters from an animated film. I want you to name the film. So your first one, Simba, Scar and Mufasa. So number 1, Simba, Scar and Mufasa. What film is it from? Put your answer down. That's number 1 in the animated character round. Don't forget, if you haven't already, you can get in touch on YouTube and Facebook. You can also email at chrisleevanton@hotmail.co.uk. Right, number 2, Alfredo Linguini, Anton Ego and Auguste Gusteau. So Alfredo Linguini, Anton Ego and Auguste Gusteau. Which film? Animated films, of course. Which film would all them characters appear? Alfredo Linguini, Anton Ego and Auguste Gusteau. Okay. Number 3, Jack Skellington, Oogie Boogie and Dr. Finkelstein. So number 3, Jack Skellington, Oogie Boogie, and Dr. Finkelstein. That is number 3 in the animated characters round. Number 4, Boo, Sully, and Mike Wazowski. So Boo, Sully, and Mike Wazowski. Which animated film are they all from? That's number 4. All right. Number 5, Thumper. I think it's pronounced Feline. Could be Feline. Feline I'm going to go for. And Flower. Thumper, Feline, F-A-L-I-N-E, and Flower. That is number 5 in this round. So which film are they all from? I think you'll know that one. Who's feeling confident so far? Well, I think you'll be all right on this one. Number 6, the characters Sadness, Joy, and Disgust all appear in which animated film? Sadness, Joy, and Disgust. That is number 6 for you. Sadness, Joy, and Disgust. Okay, number 7, Ariel, Ursula, and Sebastian. So number 7, Ariel, Ursula, and Sebastian. That is number 7. Okay, we might swap sheets after. Might do the marking after the first 3, after the next 3 questions. I'll show you your anagrams again. If you need any repeating, let me know on the chat or the email chrissybenton@hotmail.co.uk. If you need any repeating, let me know before we do the answers. We'll give you a couple of minutes to get in touch. Number 8, Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket, and Figaro. So number 8, Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket, and Figaro. That is number 8 for you. Don't forget, if you've just tuned in, you can watch from the beginning. You can watch any time of the week. Catch up with the ones so far. They're all there on YouTube. Number 9. Which film were the characters Po, Tigress, and Master Shifu from? That's Po, Tigress, and Master Shifu. That's your penultimate one in the animated questions round. And your last one in the animated characters round, which film did Mrs. Jumbo, Mr. Stork, and Timothy Q. Mouse all appear? So that's Mrs. Jumbo, Mr. Stork, and Timothy Q. Mouse all appear. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do one more round and then we'll swap, because I think we've got 7 rounds lined up. So I'll tell you what, we'll do one more round. We'll do one more, and then we'll do the answers for the first half. That sounds like a plan. So I will put the anagrams, though, just one more time before we do round 4. So your first 1 and 2 in the anagrams for round 2 were Crude Rat Scam and Edge Dim Major. Then it was Devise Git and Rugging Gents. Then Touch or Clean Boob and Kill Mad Net. Wine Chivaler and Interphalon, Age to Choicest Evil, and On Grim Offence. All right, I can remind you them after the next bit, but we move on now to round 4, which is Science and Nature. All right, number 1, good luck everyone. Approximately how many centimetres are equivalent to 2 inches? So approximately how many centimetres are equivalent to 2 inches? That is the first one in round 4. Anyone expecting full marks tonight? Let us know what you're drinking, what you're eating. Get in touch. You can get in touch on YouTube and Facebook, and you can also email as well if you haven't already. Show your interest for the quiz from July. It's £10 a month now, not even £10 for 4 weeks, £10 a month. You can email christybenson@hotmail.co.uk. Right, number 2. Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? So which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? That's your second one in round 4. All right. Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? Number 3. What is the primary function of red blood cells in the human body? So number 3. What is the primary function of red blood cells in the human body? That is number 3 in round 4. What is the primary function of red blood cells in the human body? Okay. Number 4. On which continent do giraffes live in the wild? So on which continent do giraffes live in the wild? Put an answer down, you might as well have a go. We are going to mark the answers after this round. So on which continent do giraffes live in the wild? Number 5. Of what is petrology the study? And I'll spell it Petrology. Petrology. Of what is petrology the study? I think we had this one a couple of weeks ago, so if you've got a good brain, you'll remember it. Number 6, which English scientist is credited as having invented the World Wide Web in 1989? So which English scientist is credited as having invented the World Wide Web in 1989? That is number 6 for you in Science and Nature. 4 more to go. Oh, Mark says, do soaps, films and sports quizzes, pal, and another quiz. We could do a soap round next week. We did do some films, I think, was it last week? Possibly it wasn't. We've had some sports questions with Eric last week, actually, Matt. So we do try and vary it up. But do send your suggestions across. Absolutely. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're well. Right, next question, number 7. In which year was Concorde officially retired? So in which year was Concorde officially retired? Katie, if you're watching, you should know this. So in which year was Concorde officially retired? Okay, number 8. RF is the symbol for which chemical element? So RF is the symbol for which chemical element? So RF is the symbol for which chemical element? Okay. So that's RF is the symbol for which chemical element. Number 9. What is measured by the Mohs scale? And I'll spell that M-O-H-S. What is measured by the Mohs scale? M-O-H-S. Somebody might know that. What is measured by the Mohs scale? Okay, number 10. Where in the human skeleton would you find the maxilla? I'll spell that M-A-X-I-L-L-A. Where in the human skeleton would you find the maxilla? So that is number 10. That is the end of round 4. So I'll just put quickly on for you the anagrams one more time, so in case you want to check those. All biscuits, remember. So 1 and 2, Crude Rat Scam, Edge Dim Major. 3 and 4, Devise Git and Rugging Gents. 5 and 6, Touch or Clean Boob and Kill Mad Met. 7 and 8, Wine Shiveler and Interphalon. And 9 and 10, Age to Choicest Evil and On Grim Offence. Okay, I think you've got 2 minutes to check your answers. 2 minutes to check your answers. I'm just going to top my drink up. I will be back in 1 minute. Check those answers, and then we're going to mark rounds 1 to 4. Right, I think you've had long enough now. I think you've had long enough. Right, answer time. So here we go. Let's find out how you're doing with rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll do rounds 5, 6, and 7. How does that sound? So, food and drink first. In which country is the star of Prime and Brewery? It was the Czech Republic. From which type of flower does a vanilla pod come? That's an orchid. Which salad vegetable has varieties named white icicle, sparkler, and cherry bell? That's radish. Which mineral water has been marketed with the slogan "Live Young"? That is Evian. Claret is a dry red wine produced in which region of France? That's Bordeaux. How many standard 750ml bottles of wine would fit into a Methuselah? That is 8. In a carpet bag steak, what are placed into a pocket cut into the meat? That is oysters. Goulash is the national dish of Hungary. Scragend is a name for, well, it's kind of lamb or mutton, so I'll accept either. Which came first, McDonald's or KFC? Well, McDonald's, the first one opened in 1940. The first KFC franchise opened in 1952. Yeah, you were born, Dad. So McDonald's was the right answer there. Round 2, anagrams. So Crude Rat Scam and Edge Dim Major. Okay, Crude Rat Scam was a custard cream. Edge Dim Major was a jammy dodger. Did you get them right? So custard cream, jammy dodger. Devise Git and Rugging Gents. Okay, well, Devise Git is a digestive. Rugging Gents, ginger nuts. Touch or Clean Boob and Kill Mad Met. Well, that's a chocolate bourbon. I've never had a chocolate bourbon. I didn't write that. Chocolate bourbon and Kill Mad Met is a malted milk. Wine Shiveler and Interphalon. Well, that's a Viennese whirl and a Florentine. There you go. Florentine. I couldn't read my own writing then. The next one, Age to Choicest Evil and On Grim Offence. Chocolate Digestive and Morning Coffee. I had a morning coffee for years. But there you go. So there's your biscuit answers. So the next round to mark were animated characters. So here we go. Simba, Scar, and Mufasa were all from The Lion King. Alfredo Linguini, Anton Ego, and Auguste Cousteau were from Ratatouille. Jack Skellington, Oogie Boogie, Dr. Finkelstein were all from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Boo, Sully, Mike Wazowski were all from Monsters Inc. Thumper, Four-Line Flower from Bambi. Sadness, Joy, and Disgust were all from Inside Out. Anyone seen that? Ariel, Ursula, and Sebastian were all from The Little Mermaid. Geppetto, Jiminy Cricket, and Figaro from Pinocchio. Poe, Tigress and Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. Mrs. Jumbo, Mr. Stork, and Timothy Q. Mouse from Dumbo. So, round 4, Science and Nature. Coming up now to Mark. In approximately how many centimetres are equivalent to 2 inches? It is 5.08. So 5 is the answer nearest. Which number on the pH scale would indicate a neutral substance? That would be 7. What is the primary function of red blood cells in the human body? It's to transport oxygen around the body. On which continent do giraffes live in the wild? That would be Africa. Of what is petrology, the study? It is rocks. But it's rocks and how they form. But if you put rocks, that's good enough for me. Which English scientist is credited as having invented the World Wide Web in 1989? That is Sir Timothy Berners-Lee, or Tim Berners-Lee. Number 7, in which year was Concorde officially retired? That was 2003. RF is a symbol for Rutherfordium, named after Ernest Rutherford. Rutherfordium. There you go. Try saying that when you've had a whiskey. Yeah, cheers. I don't think I pronounce it any better. Number 9. What is measured by the Mohs scale? It is mineral hardness. Number 10. Where in the human skeleton would you find the maxilla? It is in the skull. In the skull, the upper jawbone, if you're interested. So, you can send your scores in via email if you really want to, but you can also put them on YouTube and Facebook. You can chat via YouTube and Facebook. Send your scores in. We'll put the scores in as they come in. Put your team name in your scores, and we'll find out how you're all doing so far. I'm just going to update the graphics. Send your scores over now. Send your scores over. Please do. Hope you're enjoying it. So let's have a look if we've got any scores in. Oh, have you any new additions in the background? I don't know. Have you seen? It could be that one. Have you seen that one before? It could be that one that you might not normally see. That's a Jim Painty one. If you've never heard of Jim Painty, he's brilliant. And that I bought for my wife. It's Star Trek: The Next Generation game, and it's Bruce Forsyth on the Generation game, cuddling members of Star Trek: The Next Generation. It could be that because I bought it, Rachel. So it could be. It could well be that. I love that one. I've also got Chaz and Dave one signed by Chaz and Dave over there, but you can't see that. Anyway, Whimsy Wobblers 20 so far. Good score. First score we've got in. So Whimsy Wobblers. Oh, Chris says, can you give the answer to question 1, round 1, of course. Which country is the Staropramen brewery? It was the Czech Republic. There you go. So Whimsy Wobblers is the first score. Knowles Lane, 34 out of 40, which means you take the lead in a minute. Dave, though, hello to Dave there watching, 26 out of 40 so far. Very respectable score, Dave. Eric's Dominoes, 21. Let's have a look. Eric's Dominoes, 21. Never even heard of Half Nose Biscuits. I know, Joe. Go to Asda, expand your biscuit selection. Jordan there, 26 out of 40 teacher scored. That's a good score, Jordan. Plenty of time to go. 26 out of 40 is a good score. My mum says, what does mum say? Dad sorted your water, but how many points to the biscuit round? 1 per biscuit, mum. There you go, 1 per biscuit. So there's 10 questions, 1 per answer. And thanks for sorting our broken water butt out. Not going out, Al, Danny and Gary are on 34 points as well. Really good scoring tonight. So I think we're just waiting on score from mum and dad, I think. So see, mum and dad, if you can tell us what you're on, and then we'll move on. And if you haven't already, you can sign up for the quiz from July. £10 a month, and it will include a monthly Sunday night quiz. So the pen and paper one will probably stop when lockdown ends, but we will do a monthly one on a Sunday, themed one as part of the package that you all pay for. So if you've got any ideas for themes, some have said Friends, Game of Thrones, or 80s and things like that, let us know. Drop me an email, please do, and I'll add them to a list I've got already. So that'll be an interactive one like the Wednesday one. That's the idea as part of what you pay for. So see if there's any more scores to come in. Just mum, I'll carry on, but we'll say yours when that comes through. Add up your score, mum. What's that? Mark says it's good part. An idea going forward, just do a few and say 1 quiz on films, 1 sport, 1 soap, special landmarks. Well, we could do themed ones. You know what? There's a guy that does the virtual pub quiz. He does select quizzes and themes every day and stuff. So I try and vary, do a round of different things to keep. We've been, varying the subject. But have a look at the ones we've done already, Matt. Absolutely. Chris Harrison says 24 out of 40 for me and him. It's a very good score. And my mum and dad are on 30. So some really good scoring tonight. Right, we'll move on now. Well done, mum and dad as well. Right, round 5 then is currencies. So round 5 is currencies. Now, we're talking currencies before the euro. So what were the national currencies of these countries before they joined the euro? Okay, so what were the national currencies of these countries before they joined the euro? Your first one is Germany. So number 1, Germany. What was their currency before they joined the euro? All right. Number 2, Greece. So number 2, Greece is the word. Greece. All right. So number 2, Greece. Okay, so there's our leaders so far. Leaders at halfway, not going out. And Knowles Lane, 34 points each. Long way to go, though. So, number 3, what currency was Finland before the euro? What currency was Finland before the euro? All right, number 4, what currency was Portugal before the euro? Mum and Dad, you might know that because when was it we went to Albufeira? I don't think they had the euro then, did they? Anyway, what currency was Portugal before the euro? Okay. Next one, Estonia. Oh, somebody will know that out there. Alex, I'm looking at you. I'm expecting you. I don't know why I'm thinking you might know that. Estonia. What currency were they before the euro? And don't forget, we're here on Wednesday, of course, 8 o'clock for our smartphone quiz. So please don't forget that. And if you've got any charity suggestions as well, keep them coming. We've got a few, but if you have any charity suggestions, drop me an email at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk and we'll try and consider them over the next few months as well. Right, next one. Number 6, what currency was Spain before the euro? So number 6, what currency was Spain before the euro? Four more. Hope you like the graphics. It's good because when you think of something, you can just type it at the screen and then you can put it on, which is brilliant. But it livens up the quiz, doesn't it? Number 7. What currency was Cyprus before the euro? So number 7, what currency was Cyprus before the euro? So don't forget, you can chat on YouTube and Facebook whilst the quiz is on. You can also email chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk if you haven't already. So number 8, what currency was Slovakia before the euro? What currency was Slovakia before the euro? You might as well have a guess. Mum, look at that. I've got one of your buns there. Look at that. I know you said I'm always eating when the quiz is on, and tonight is no exception. I'm going to eat tonight as well. I got the scales though today. It wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. So, you know what? So number 8, Slovakia. You didn't get Bob Monkhouse on Bob's Full House, did you? Eating a bum whilst asking the questions. Number 9, Austria. What currency was Austria before they went and had the euro? Again, somebody will probably know that. So number 9, Austria. 2 more rounds after this. Hope you're enjoying it. And number 10 is Italy. What currency was Italy before they had the euro? So Italy. All right, that is the end of round 5. We now move on to round number 6, which is history. History for you, okay? So round 6 is history. You ready? Half a point for each for the first one. Number 1. Which 2 of Henry VIII's wives were executed? Oh, you're going through it now with your hands, aren't you? Your fingers. Which 2 of Henry VIII's wives were executed? Half a point for each. So which 2 of Henry VIII's wives were executed? That's the first one. Number 2. Queen Elizabeth II is Britain's longest reigning monarch, followed by Queen Victoria. But who comes third in the list? So Queen Elizabeth II is Britain's longest reigning monarch, followed by Queen Victoria. But who comes third in the list? Have a think on that one. You might as well put an answer down. No Googling. Queen Elizabeth II is Britain's longest reigning monarch, followed by Queen Victoria. But who comes third in the list? I'll just scoff some cake. I think hay fever's been quite high today. Anyone else had hay fever today? It's not coronavirus, right? Number 3. Which English city was once known as Juroliponti? I'm going to try and say this now. Juroliponti. There you go, Juroliponti. Which English city was once known as Juroliponti? And I will spell it. Duroliponte. Juroliponti. Which English city was once known as that? Okay. Number 4. What was the first name of the man after whom the Geiger counter was named? So what was the first name of the man after whom the Geiger counter was named? That is number 4. Okay, so that's 6 more to go in the history, and then we've got a general knowledge round to conclude. So number 5. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Whose words were those? Who was those words from? The first person to land on the moon? Who said those words? I think it's a nice easy one. Who said those words? That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Apparently it was a bit inaudible in the recordings, they always claim out, don't they? But who said those words? You should be all right on that one. Number 6. In which city was RMS Titanic constructed? So number 6. In which city was RMS Titanic constructed? That is number 6. Which city was RMS Titanic constructed? I'll eat a bit more of my bun now, if that's okay. Why not indeed? I've not watched Alan Carr do Play Cards Right yet. I've read things on social media saying they weren't so sure. Did anyone watch it? Report back. Apparently he's doing Bullseye in a few weeks. First radio interview I did was with Jim Boyne, bless him. And I don't know, Dave Spikey obviously tried to do Bullseye. I can't. But Bowen was Bullseye. I still love watching old Bullseye. Number 7. The first successful vaccine was introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796. What disease did it guard against? So number 7, the first successful vaccine was introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796. Which disease did it guard against? That is number 7. You might as well put an answer down. Don't forget you can email chrissybenton@hotmail.co.uk. Subscribe to the channel and you can keep informed with the smartphone quiz notifications, etc. that come up as well. Number 8. This is a good one. Eric could know this because they've been studying at school. What was the name of the baker in whose bakery the Great Fire of London of 1666 apparently started? So number 8, what was the name of the baker in whose bakery the Great Fire of London of 1666 apparently started? That is number 8. You might as well put an answer down. 2 more in this round. I'll have a bit of my brew, why not? And unbelievably, it's June tomorrow. I mean, by the time the shops will reopen, you realise it's going to be Christmas songs. You'll be walking around listening to Mud and Slade, because that's what it will be, won't it? Putting the Christmas decks up. It's a scary thought, but it won't be far off. Number 9. In which year was the Munich air disaster when the British European Airways flight 609 crashed whilst carrying the Manchester United football team? So in which year was the Munich air disaster when British European Airways flight 609 crashed whilst carrying the Manchester United football team? What year was that tragedy? So that is number 9. Okay, number 10. In 1970, Venera 7, that is VENERA, Venera 7 became the first spacecraft to successfully land on another planet and transmit data back to Earth. But which planet did it land on? So question 10. In 1970, Venera 7 became the first spacecraft to successfully land on another planet and transmit data back to Earth. Which planet did it land on? All right, put an answer down. Okay, one more round. If you need any repeating from rounds 5 and 6, let us know on the chat as well. Please do get in touch on YouTube, Facebook as well. And final round then is general knowledge. Here's a good one for you. So I'll put it on the screen. I'll type it because it might be just easier. I weren't going to type it, but I'll show you on the screen. I think it will be easier, right? So number 1, there is the Roman numeral. MCML XXXIX was what year in Roman numerals? So MCML XXXIX was what year in Roman numerals? That's number 1. I was obsessed with Roman numerals because I was obsessed with TV. So every time the programs ended, it had the Roman numeral. It doesn't do that now. I think it just says the year as a number. But it used to, certainly in the 80s and 90s, it would say Granada Television and it'd have the Roman numeral. And I was fascinated by that. And I probably learned Roman numerals by that. It's true. So MCML XXXIX. All right, that was the first one. Was what year in Roman numerals? Number 2, in which US city was the sitcom Frasier set? So number 2, in which US city was the sitcom Frasier set? I think you'll be all right now, won't you? So number 2, in which US city was the sitcom Frasier set? And number 3, who played the title character of the BBC series Jonathan Creek? So who played the title character in the BBC series Jonathan Creek? That is number 3 for you. Number 4, who succeeded Henry II as King of England? So number 4, who succeeded Henry II as King of England? You might as well have a guess. Who succeeded Henry II as King of England? Six to go, and then I'll give you a couple of minutes to check your answers, and then, well, then it's answer time for the final time. Would you believe it? Number 5. The logo for which popular app consists of a white telephone in a white speech bubble on a green background. So number 5, the logo for which popular app consists of a white telephone in a white speech bubble on a green background. That is number 5. Which app is it talking about? Okay. 5 to go. Number 6. What was Baroness Thatcher's middle name? So what was Baroness Thatcher's middle name? You might as well have a guess. What was Baroness Thatcher's middle name? That is number 6 in this round. All right. So what was Baroness Thatcher's middle name? That is number 6. Number 7. What is the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? So number 7, what is the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? That is your 7th one. So number 7, what is the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? 3 more. That's 3 more. It's gone quick, hasn't it? Number 8, what is 15% of 2,000? So number 8, what is 15% of 2,000? So number 8, what is 15% of 2,000? Again, apologies it was later tonight, but it will be back at 9 o'clock next week, I promise you. So thank you. We found most people anyway, which is good, isn't it? So number 8, what is 15% of 2,000? Okay. Number 9, which film actor has commonly been nicknamed the Muscles from Brussels? So which film actor, number 9, has commonly been nicknamed the Muscles from Brussels? All right. Which film actor has commonly been nicknamed the Muscles from Brussels? Cheers. And one more question. Number 10. How many episodes of the UK version of The Office were made? Oh, there's a good question. How many episodes of the UK version of The Office were made? So the Ricky Gervais sitcom, The Office. How many episodes were made? You might as well put an answer down. All right. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to check your answers. Back shortly. Have a think on rounds 5, 6, and 7. If you need any repeating, I'll keep it on the screen. Let me know if you need any repeating from rounds 5, 6, and 7. Otherwise, I'll give you 2 minutes starting now to check your answers. I think it's answer time now, isn't it? So let's put the answer caption on there. So let's go back to round number 5, and it's currencies to start us off. So what were the national currencies of these countries before they joined the euro? Germany was the mark. So Germany was the mark. Number 2, Greece was the drachma. 3, Finland was the marker. Did you know that? Finland was the marker. There you go. 4, Portugal was escudo. Escudo. Number 5, Estonia was the kroon. K-R-O-O-N. Spain was the peseta. Number 7, Cyprus was the pound. Number 8, Slovakia was the koruna. K-O-R-U-N-A. If you've got anything nearby, that'll do for me. Number 9, Austria was the shilling. Austria shilling. And number 10, Italy was the lira. So well done if you got that right. Next one. Round 6 was history. Which 2 of Henry VIII's wives were executed? Half a point for each. Half a point for Anne Boleyn and half a point for Catherine Howard. Okay. Queen Elizabeth II is Britain's longest reigning monarch, followed by Queen Victoria. Who comes third in the list? George III. George III was the answer we're looking for there. Which English city was once known as Girolipont? It's Cambridge. It was a Roman name for Cambridge. Girolipont, Cambridge. What was the first name of the man after whom the Geiger counter was named? That was Hans Geiger. Neil Armstrong, of course, said that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. 6, in which city was RMS Titanic constructed? That was Belfast. Number 7, the first successful vaccine was introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796. It was guarded against smallpox. What was the name of the baker in whose bakery the Great Fire of London in 1666 apparently started? It's Thomas Fariner. Thomas Fariner. Well done. Eric would have known that. Number 9, in which year was the Munich air disaster carrying the Manchester United football team? It was 1958. 1958. Number 10, Venera 7 became the first spacecraft to successfully land on Venus. Venus, yes, well done. Round 7 is general knowledge. MCMLXXXIX was what year in Roman numerals? It was 1989. 1989. Well done if you got that right. In which US city was the sitcom Frasier set? That was Seattle. Who played the title character in Jonathan Creek? It was Alan Davies. Who succeeded Henry II as King of England? It was Richard I, or you could have also put Richard the Lionheart. That was number 4. The logo for which popular app number 5 consists of a white telephone and a white speech bubble on a green background. That is WhatsApp. Number 6, what was Baroness Thatcher's middle name? Margaret Hilda Thatcher. Hilda! Believe it or not, it was Hilda. So there you go, Margaret Hilda Thatcher. Now you know. That's a great quiz question, isn't it? Number 7, what is the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? It's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I'm drunk on my whiskey now. Number 8, what is 15% of 2,300? There you go, 300 was the answer. Number 9, film actor that's commonly been nicknamed the Muscles from Brussels is Jean-Claude Van Damme. And how many episodes of the UK version of The Office were made? I'll tell you, it was 14. They made 2 series of 6 episodes and then 2 longer Christmas specials to conclude it. So 14 was the answer we were looking for there. So send your scores. You can email the scores to chrissybenson@hotmail.co.uk. You can still sign up for the quiz from July as well. Just £10 a month. Bargain, and it includes a monthly quiz as well as the Wednesday quizzes as well. Get in touch if you want to do that. It's still plenty of time for you to show an interest for that, like lots of people have already. And thank you for their support. You can also see your scores on YouTube and Facebook chat right now, as well as the email. So please sign up for the quiz. Send your scores across. We're waiting on the scores to come in. So whilst they're coming in, we'll just get my sheet ready to write all these down. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll be back, of course, Wednesday for the smartphone quiz. 8 o'clock, tell your friends. Please do. We have a score in. Gary says, not going out. 54. Wow. Al, Danny and Gary. That's a great score, that. Really good score, Al, Danny and Gary. That's got to be a good score. But out of 70 as well, really good score. You all have enjoyed yourselves as well. Amanda says 67 out of 70 for Knowles Lane. 67 out of 70. I'm only going to say check that, Amanda, because you had 34 at the halfway point and there was only 30 points. Do you want to just check you're adding up? Because you're on 34 at the halfway point. So you've only got another 60. So just check your score for us. Anne-Marie says, send the wooden spoon to Preston, 35 and a half. No, you've enjoyed it. That's the main thing, isn't it? 35 and a half, a respectable score. Richard Ryan says, great quiz Wednesday. See Wednesday. Whimsy Wobblers, a reasonable 38. A very, very good score, Whimsy Wobblers. Hope you're well there. So keep your scores coming. Mum and Dad say they scored 49 tonight. Not going out very good score 54. Just waiting for Amanda to clarify and her score because I think she was on 34 at the break, and I know there's 34 plus 30, so a maximum of 64 it would be. But we'll just get Amanda to check that. But not going out is certainly a very good score. If there's any, Dave, 44 out of 60. Dave, that's impressive. In fact, it's out of 70 because we've had 7 rounds, but it's still a good score. I thought some of them were really tricky questions tonight. But I hope you enjoyed it, Dave, and I hope you'll be back as well. Jordan, 42 and a half. That's a good score, Jordan. Hope you're well teacher scored as well, and we hope to see you back here on Wednesday, of course. Don't forget for the smart. We had some of the other teachers from St. Peter's playing on, which was brilliant on Wednesday. So spread the word. Thank you for your support. We'll just see if there's any more scores. I'll stay on one more minute or so, and just in case there is, I'll start doing the. Don't forget, you can sign up if you haven't already. Drop me an email afterwards, after the show. By all means, get in touch. And if you've got any questions about the quiz from July, then there's the email address there for you. I'll be back Wednesday at 8 for the smartphone quiz. I think that's it for the scores. Amanda can't count. 57. You only just won above not going out. So Amanda, we think, has won there, Knowles Lane. 57 out of 70. And Dave says, okay, 44 out of 70. Wife can't add up. Totally forgiven at 10:30 at night, Dave. Don't worry about that. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. That's the idea. And if it's taking your mind off things, then do you know what? That's the idea as well. So see you Wednesday. Stay safe all. And if you haven't played them all already, why not have a look at the previous late night pen and paper quizzes as well? Plenty of time to join in with those. I'll see you Wednesday night at 8. Good night all.